again. We are now going to start some exercises in our book, and we're going to be jumping around a little bit in the book for the next cycle or two. So please turn to page 22. If you need to pause the video to do that, please do. And one thing I did not cover in that last video or in class was the half rest. So the very first thing I'd like to do is look at the very top of the page on page 22, and it shows you a picture of a half rest. A half rest looks like a little bit like a top hat. I know in elementary school sometimes they teach you different things for how to remember what's a half rest and what's a whole rest, but here's my trick. If there's anything else in the measure, it's not a whole rest, because a whole rest takes up a whole measure. So if you see any other notes or rests in the measure, you'll automatically know that it's a half rest. And a half rest, just like a half note, lasts 2 beats, and it's 2 beats of silence. So when we see that in our music, similar to the way we say ta, ah for a half note, we'll say shh, shh. Easy enough. So let's go ahead and look at number 78, At Pierrot's Door. And this cycle, when we sight read our pieces, the first time through we're going to do rhythm. So we're going to enumerate the rhythms just like we were in that last video on the last slide. So let's go ahead, number 78, and just say the rhythm. You'll notice the end of number 78 has a repeat sign. When we're doing our rhythm or saying our note names, we don't need to take the repeat, but we will do it when we actually play it. So first time through number 78, we're just going to say the rhythm. Remember to always keep a steady pulse on your lap with one hand as we're saying it. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Ta, 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 ta. Ta, ah, ta, ah. Ta, 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 ta. Ta, ah, rest. Oh, so shh, my fault. So sorry there at the end. So we'll say shh. Sometimes I say rest, rest. Same thing. This time through, let's say the note names, please. 1, 2, ready, go. D, 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 E, F sharp, E. D, F sharp, E, E, D, sh. Beautiful. Now let's go ahead and try playing this. Notice when we play it, there is a retake during the half rest and there is a repeat, so we'll do it 2 times through. So get your instrument up into beautiful playing position. Always before we start, remember we're checking our bow hold, making sure thumb is bent, middle finger to the silver clip, ring finger right next to it for violin and viola, index finger hangs over, and pinky up on top. If you play cello or bass, your fingers are more evenly spaced with everything relaxed, but we all have that same thumb placement between the grip and the frog itself, so right on the stick. Okay, so instruments up, bow on your D string. Of course, you can see me a little bit better. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, play. Retake and repeat. Excellent. Let's try the next one. Number 79, the half counts. First time through, say your rhythm. 1, 2, ready, go. Ta, 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 ah, ta, ah. Ta, 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 ah, ta, ah. Excellent. This time through, please say the note names. 1, 2, ready, go. D, D, C sharp, B, A, G, G, F sharp, E, D. If it's helpful for you, you can also say the finger numbers in addition to or instead of note names. When we're in class, we go with note names because the different instruments have different finger numbers and it would be confusing if we all tried to do it together. But at home, feel free to do finger numbers if that's easier for you. It is important to know what the note names are, but in terms of playing it, if you think note names, that's okay. So let's try playing it now. Okay, so your first note is a ringing tone D, right? Let's find that ringing tone together first. So this is high D, the highest D we have in our D major scale. And remember, violin and viola especially, the C sharp is snuggled up right behind it. Okay, so let's try number 79, the half counts. 1, 2, ready, play. Good. I'd like you to pause the video and do that one more time before moving on. Next, let's move on to number 83, 4x4. It has the same rhythm as 79, so we're not going to say the rhythm together right now, just for the sake of time. I do want you to pause the video and go ahead and either say note names or finger numbers, and then when you're done, you can restart the video and we'll play it together. So now that you've said the note names or you've said the finger numbers, let's go ahead and play it together. Notice this is 2 lines long. So when you get to the end of that first line, your eyes have to jump to the second line, just like you would if you were reading a book. Without any pauses, there's no rests. The other thing you'll see for violin in the violin and viola books, there's a 4 above the A in measure 2 and in measure 6. So for those 2 notes, if you would like to use your 4th finger, that's something we will definitely all start doing together. But for now, I'll keep that as optional. So for my violins or violas, if you know how to use your 4th finger, A, feel free to do so. Okay, so let's find our first note, the note F sharp. Make sure you know where that is on your D string. And let's go ahead and play all the way through. 1, 2, ready, go. Next line. All right, and I'd like you to do the same process for number 84. So first time through, I want you to count the rhythm or enumerate the rhythm. Second time through, I want you to say note names or finger numbers, and then go ahead and play through it. 4th fingers are optional for violin and viola. Happy practicing.